Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Madonna, and if you're new here, I make content about filmmaking. And today we are going to do a full breakdown of my camera rig. Let's get right into it. To my left, we have the camera rig right here, minus the monitor because I'm using that right now. I have a little cheat sheet of my notes, so we're going to go through everything and I'm going to tell you how much everything costs and ways you can make things cost less for you, because we're all about saving money and balling on a budget. So let's start with the first one. First we'll start with the SmallRig swivel tilt situation. You'll get that for around $30 on Amazon. They have a lot of different versions, but I had bought like a cheaper one and I didn't really like it, so I like this one because it has the little what do you call that, a switch, the little turny thingy. But anyways, yeah, you can use that to like adjust the angle of the monitor, and I really like that, whereas the other one I bought didn't have that, so about 30 bucks. Alright, next up, I have a TimberCod DC 5.5 inch monitor. I checked Amazon. It's no longer available, like at the time of me recording this, because I was like, well, how much did this cost? No longer available. So I don't know if it's been discontinued or if they're doing updates. I don't know what's going on. That's the monitor I happen to use. I believe it was maybe around $175, $180 when I bought it. Couldn't find it on the internet. So, but again, there are other monitors. There are cheaper monitors. I think honestly, when it comes down to a camera rig, all you really need is a good monitor, a battery, and like a base plate to put everything on, some rods, and then obviously the camera itself. So that's kind of the situation with the monitor, but if you wanted to look it up, the brand is TimberCod. It was a 5.5 inch DC 56 monitor. Alright, next up, we have our NEEWER top handle. It came with a little like NATO rig situation. You can get that for about $30 on Amazon. That's how much I paid for it for. I mean, what's there to say? It's a handle, so it's a handle. Okay. Next up, we have the cage. You can get like kind of universal camera cages, but I wanted one specific to the camera that I knew I was going to get, because I knew it would fit better and I can add the things I want and yada yada yada. So I got the Lumix GH5 and GH5S camera rig, which are the same size for mine, and that was about $70 on Amazon. Everything that I bought on Amazon, because I feel like, yeah, well, that's not true. You can buy things on other websites, but I feel like you get good deals on Amazon. Some other websites that I have bought things are KEH, B&H Photo, Adorama, and there's some others out there, but I can't think of them right now. Alright, so next up we'll do the base plate. It's from, oh gosh, I'm going to butcher the name. I think it's SIRUI. I don't know how it's pronounced, but I got it from them. That was a... Okay, sorry, Siri got confused. Anyways, I got the base plate and quick release plate, kind of like a set from them. That was $50. And then I got the rods separately, and that was about $12. I wanted longer rods, so that's what that is. If you're not familiar with like any camera rig, anything, that's cool. Basically, the base plate and the rods is what you're going to put your camera on, or you'll put the cage on the camera, you'll connect that to the base plate, and then if you want to add stuff like your battery, focus pullers, things like that, you'll put that on the base plate. Yeah. Alright, next up, we'll talk about the focus puller. So that I got, it's a mini follow focus puller from NEEWER. Yeah? Yeah, from NEEWER. I think. Am I right? Hold on. No, I'm not sure. Oh, I'm tripping. From SmallRig. Okay, I had to look at the camera rig. So that's from SmallRig. It was like $70, and I like it. I think that one of the things with Lumix, a lot of their cameras, a lot of their lenses are very small and they're very compact. So this lens I have on the camera now is a 14 to 42. And it's actually not big enough to reach the focus puller. So like the lens stops here, the focus puller is like right there. The lens I want to purchase is a Lumix Leica 12 to 60 millimeter, which I've used before. That's kind of what I want to use as my go-to lens. That does fit, and that is long enough that I can use the focus puller. But for the sake of the, you know, video, I wanted you to see like kind of what everything looked like together. So yeah, that's the focus puller. And it just helps so that I don't have to reach around the rig and adjust the focus on my own. I can just do the little knob and then bing, bing, boom, we're good. And then there are even like electronic focus pullers, but we don't have the money for that yet. So, you know, when we'll get there, I'll make a video about the automatic electronic ones. And yeah. So next up we have the V-mount plate. And it's really just a plate that you put the battery on. I got mine for about 40 bucks. You can definitely get cheaper ones. I got this one because it has the attachment where you can slide it onto the rods. Those little like circles at the bottom. And not all of them have that. So I just kind of got them both together. But yeah, it's just a plate you put the battery on, slide it behind the camera. That's about it. The next thing I got is the SmallRig VB99 battery. This was kind of comparatively to like the other items on the rig, one of my more expensive purchases. And I would say of the items, you can get a not great monitor, but one that just kind of does the job. But I wouldn't skimp up on a battery. That's very important. I don't know if you've ever been shooting and your freaking battery dies. Many times it has happened to me. So I was like, I'm not going to sit here and, because they have the like VB50, I think it's called, and that one is a little bit cheaper, but it's not as, it doesn't last as long. So, and they have one even that lasts longer than the one I bought, but again, we're making do with what we can. But I would say if you can afford to get a good, long-lasting battery, do it. By all means. The one I got is the VB99. It's treated me good so far. You know, it's got a little button. It displays what the battery's at. It's a USB-C charging, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, that's the battery. The only thing I think I'm really missing that I didn't really add to the list is like the HDMI cable for the monitor. With TimberCod, it comes with a lot of different HDMI cables, but for the new camera I bought, which is the Lumix GH5 Mark II, I needed an HDMI to HDMI cord, which they didn't have in the box, so I went to like Best Buy. I got it maybe $8. Yeah. Alright. Let's total everything up and see what it all came out to. Now, I'm not a math person, but I got $643. Obviously, I'm a normal person. I work a regular job. I didn't buy this all at once. I didn't just drop like 650 bucks on camera gear. I bought it gradually, and what I personally did is I knew I was going to buy a new camera, so I was like, well, I want to have a good camera rig, so I would buy things here and there. Every time I got paid, like, oh, I'll get the focus puller this paycheck, and the next one, oh, I'll get the cage this paycheck. Over time, I bought these things little by little, and then boom, you have a rig. So, you know. But yeah, always ways to make things cheaper. While I said I wouldn't skimp up on a battery, you can always get cheaper V-mount batteries. You don't have to go with SmallRig. You don't have to go with the name brand. You can always use like a I don't want to say off-brand, but like a non-name brand choice for like different things. If I would say like saving money, probably the biggest factors would be the battery and the monitor. I don't know that you can get a really cheap cage unless you get like one of those universal camera cages rather than one that fits specifically to your camera. But yeah, that was kind of the cost breakdown of the rig. This is what I'll be using from now on to shoot my new film. Here she is. Again, I don't have the monitor on here just because I'm using it for this video. But yeah, I'm very excited to make some really cool videos with this and share it with you guys. Alright, if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, throw a subscribe in it while you're at it, and as always, follow for more.